Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my hashtag teamprojectpan update. I'm a bit late, and I only have one empty, but you know, you can't have a bunch of empties every month. That's totally cool. But I am also adding something else in. I'll explain what it is in a minute. But my empty was the Laura Mercier caviar stick. It rolled all the way up. I could dig in there, but I don't really want to. For once, the thing didn't fall out with these, because these always break off on me or come loose, so I'm fine with that. And I am putting in the last caviar stick that I have. This is in Intense Copper. I really wish Laura Mercier was cruelty free, because honestly, I don't like the intense versions, because it's not that they're not pigmented, it's that I think the glitter kind of gets in the way of the actual pigment of the shade, so it looks like they're less pigmented than they are. But here is what I have. So it's basically full. I've only used it a couple of times. I did use it today. So we're gonna have this going until the end of the year, I'm sure. And the other product that I'm adding in it's actually from my Throwback 30 project pan, which it's not done. That project isn't done yet. It's technically not done until the end of the month, but I know I'm not going to finish this, and I was putting my cream cheek products in here, so I figure this is a good place for it. It is the Balm's Cheek Color in Vanilla from the Balm Jovi palette, so I have been using it at least. Because this sat in that project for months without even being used, partially because I was using up the Maybelline stick in here. But it is now officially in this project. It currently weighs 2.9 grams, so that one might be tracked more by picture than weight necessarily. So to get into, well, everything else, first off is my foundation. This is the Ordinary High Coverage Foundation. I worked on a mini foundation in June, so this did not get a ton of progress. Plus, you just don't need a ton of this. It is very liquidy and it has kind of an intense smell, but apparently that is all just what the product is supposed to be like, because I've had others tell me that. It doesn't smell bad, but it just smells strong. Like, actually, it's not as bad as I remember. I thought I remembered it smelling a little bit like that Wet n Wild one, the one that smelled like paint thinner. But no, it really doesn't smell like that. I must be thinking of something else, but it is super liquidy, which makes for getting a reading on this if I just let it sit for a day really easy, but it kind of freaked me out the first time I used it. Next, its weight went from 40.3 grams to 37.9. I'm expecting a bigger jump next time. Next is my Touch and Soul No Pore Blem Primer. I finished a mini pore filling primer last month too, so not a ton of movement in this either. I'm assuming this is probably going to take me the rest of the year, which is fine. But its weight went from 104.4 grams to 100.1 grams. A lot of that weight is in the bottle. It's glass. So it is a nice, pore filling primer. I don't mind having it. I don't mind using it. It's just going to take it a while to finish. Next is my concealer. I am currently using the Morphe concealer that I don't particularly care for, especially not under my eyes. So I'm using it as a face concealer, and that's actually making it go fairly quickly. Currently, last time it weighed 22.7 grams, now it weighs 21.6. I seem to be getting 1.1 grams of usage each time. And, no, you can't go anywhere. It has 4.5 milliliters in it, so I probably only have about 2 months left at my current pace. If I start wearing makeup more, I can finish it even faster. We shall see on that. Next is my powder. This is the Milani Prep Set and Go powder. I'm now using it all over my face. So I'm now going through it quicker, which means I also hit pan, as you can see, which is awesome. Its weight went from 48 grams even to 46.4. I had thought I had used a bit more of this than that, but I haven't worn makeup a ton. That's my phone. But yeah, hopefully I can pick up on the makeup wearing and get through this in the next month or two. Next is my setting spray. I'm using the Smashbox Crystallized Photo Finish Aura Shield Primer Water. This was limited edition. I accidentally took the packaging off because I thought it was like plastic sealed, but it was actually like the packaging because I'm brilliant. This is in Clary, Sage, and Tea. I wrote it on the front, although now that I'm using it, it's like all wearing off. But here are my progress marks. I think that's pretty decent. And its weight went from 154.9 grams to 128.8. I have used this also to wet my sponge a few times just because I didn't feel like going and running it under the sink, just being lazy. So that's where some of the extra usage came from. Next is my bronzer slash contour. I'm actually panning a face palette this year. It's the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster Highlight and Contour Palette. This is what it looked like last time. And here we are today. Not as much change as I would like. The bronzer is going pretty nicely at this point. I wish I could get the contour to move a little bit faster, but once I finish the bronzer, I'm going to use the contour also as my bronzer. And I think that will kick it into high gear, but I use far less of the contour for obvious reasons, whereas the bronzer, I didn't use it today because it was across the room, but normally like I bronze the perimeter of my face. I don't do my neck anymore because my neck is darker than both my face and my chest for some reason naturally. So I do bronze the perimeter of my face and a little bit on my chest depending on, like if I'm wearing a shirt like this, normally I would bronze on my chest. Not today though, because like I said, I just left it across the room and I did, once again, lazy, didn't feel like going to get it. I'm sorry, somebody's pouting at me. See? You want to let them see your pretty face? No, you want to play. You want to chew on all of my stuff. She's teething. Let's see, next is the highlight stick that I've been panning. It's the Julep Skip the Blush Stick in Moonlight, but it is definitely a highlight color. I don't have paper progress this time, but that's because it's not that it's not moving, it's that like all of the side is gone and it's just a little nub at the top. So this will be done by the next update for sure, probably by the end of this month. So I'm not worried about that at all. I need my hand back, sweetie. I need 2 hands for that. Let's see. Oh, get that in a moment. Next is my eye primer. This is the NYX HD eye primer. It went from 14.7 grams to 14.4. And I've used up 1.2 grams in the year, and I know this has like 5 milliliters in it or something like that, so I might not finish this year. I did have progress on it previous to this, so who knows? We shall see. Next is my Marcel eyeliner. I just knocked that over again. So here is what it looks like. I figured this will be done by the end of August. Here's my paper progress. As you could see, it's been getting more focused this summer. This is one I really want to wear blue with different stuff, so I'm not that surprised. Another thing that I think will be done by the end of August is my Benefit Highbrow Pencil. I'm not sure how much further down I can comfortably sharpen this. Like, I've never used up one of these before. I don't think I've ever used up a brow highlighter pencil before. And I have a couple of these that I've gotten in subscription boxes and stuff, so at least now it's in my routine to use so that when this is done, I can just move on to the next one. But I figured this will be done at the end of August as well, so. We'll see how long that takes me. Next is my brow pencil. This is the Shop Miss A Sculpting Brow Pencil. Here is what it looked like last time. Well, you know, my paper progress. But here is what I actually have left. Another thing that I think will be done by the end of August. I think it has a hair attached to it, one of mine. I literally just got my BoxyCharm Premium today because I switched from the regular one to Premium. And it had a triangular brow pencil in there. And I'm like, nope, don't want that. It's the one thing I don't want in there, but everything else I got in there I'm really happy with because I signed it because it's actually the month that they worked with Norvino and Anastasia. So that was what drew me in, but I was like, I'm not getting both. So I have to cancel the other one. Next is my Bella Pierre Pro Cosmetic Palette because I have been working on my color correctors this year. I think I took a picture of this last month. If I did, here's what it looks like. And this is what we have going on today. The only two colors that I'm using are the green and the orange. I just don't have a need for a purple one. So going by how much I've been using, I think I can actually finish the green by the end of the year. Maybe, we'll see. I don't think I'm going to finish the orange by the end of this year though, because I can only use so little of it. It's honestly just too dark for me. I'm trying to make it work, but at the end of the year, if I only have a little bit left, I'm probably going to declutter this by counting in my makeup empties as having used up 2 of the 3 concealers. Because I don't really like working with that deep dark orange color. But it's easier for me to work out of this than to try and remember to both put on the green in here and the tube of a under eye brightener. Trust me, I had to go through that with finishing off the last little bit for my hard candy one. So I swear I just mentioned this the other day to somebody. It's like, you're not the only one who drops stuff all the time, because I drop stuff in all my videos too. Yep, I really do. Alright, next is the lip liner. Mine is the Marinesse Auto Lip Liner Duet Nude Rose. I've already finished one side, and the other one was completely full, so it's taking me a bit longer. Here is my paper progress for this particular side. I do think that I can finish that up soon. I just need to wear it. I'm kind of tired of it, honestly, because it's a little darker than what I want right now. But it's like one of my oldest lip liners, and it was sent to me by a friend in Australia, so I don't want it to go bad. It's very pretty, it's just a little darker than I want right now. Next is my lipstick. I'm trying to pan this little Trustique Mini, and it's taking me way longer than it should. But here is what I'm working with right now. I did use it a few times. Here's my paper progress. It actually shows progress this month. I really just need to kind of knuckle down and use it up. But I'm working on other things. Like, there's a red lipstick in my Graveyard Project pan I really want to have done by not the end of this month, but the end of next month for the next update. So that's kind of where my attention really is right now, even though I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing actually the next product in here, the one time that I've worn this, but that is where my lipstick love is going right now. So everything else is kind of not getting as much attention. But for my liquid lipstick in here, this is the Ulta Little Mini. I don't even know what color this is, unfortunately. Like I said, I am wearing it today. It's the only time I've worn this since I put it in 2 months ago. The weight is still 7.2 grams, but hey, I wore it. Better than nothing, huh? Speaking of not worn, this is the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Lip Shine. Haven't worn it, hasn't changed weight. I'm trying to finish up my L'Oreal gloss from my Beauty A to Z project pan because it's on its very last dregs and I don't want to take any focus away from it right now. We'll get it done. Next is my lip scrub. And I have the little LA Colors Sugar Lip Scrub tube. Here is what it looks like. I thought I would have more done. Like, I just thought I would go through it faster. Here's my paper progress. I do have like a chunk of it gone, but this is going to take me like 3 to 4 months instead of 1 to 2 like I initially thought. Its weight went from 13.9 to 13.7. Next is the Seche Vite Top Coat, and because I have not worn nail polish in a month, the only progress on it has come from me covering over marks in my project pans so that they don't rub off. So there is no visible progress, but the weight went down from 54.1 to 53.7. In other words, not a lot. Next, perfume. I am actually proud of the progress on here because it's a little more than last time. This is the Chance by Chanel. Its weight went from 226.5 to 221.4. I've used up about 10 grams out of, I don't know, the full thing is like 100. So yeah, it's going to be in here for the rest of the year. Here are my progress marks, slow but steady. I would not be surprised if I don't even finish this year. It's the only perfume I have, so I went ahead and threw it in just to kind of see how fast I went through it. It's very potent though, so it's like 2 squirts on the neck, 1 on the wrist, and I'm done. Next is my body product, which I am going on a hand cream right now. And look at me, I'm the person using hand creams. Never thought I'd say that. This is the Tony Moly Peach Hand Cream. It's very cute. And its weight went from 59.1 to 47.1, so 12 grams. I think my math is right. This will actually probably be done by the end of August as well, just by the rate that I'm going at it. But next is my face product. It's the Hoskin Real Complexion Hyaluronic Skin Essence. I don't know how, but I made slightly more progress on it this month, which is not a bad thing because the progress on this is super slow because I kind of hate it. Not for the product, but for the packaging. This needs like a pump or something. I've said that since the beginning, but it's like the main reason why I would never buy this or recommend it for anybody. Its weight went from 118.5 to 103.8 grams. And this has 150 milliliters in it, so it's got a lot of product. It'll last you forever. And finally, I have the Tresemme Max the Volume Lightweight Moisturizing Lotion. This feels like it's starting to get low. And I say low, I mean like I took the top out and see where product started on the little straw in it. So it seems like it's about right here, which, yay, it's like a light at the end of the tunnel. So its weight went from 197.3 to 191.4. So I have used up 52 grams of it so far this year. And it has 215 milliliters in it. So I don't know quite what that weight equals in grams, but yeah, I'm gonna have this forever. Anyways, that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!